Reborn from the ashes. Fascinating creatures, Phoenixes.
If you had a choice, you think you could be a wizard? Would you be a wizard?
I don't know. Probably.
Probably. I think I would like to be able to move things. Hello, YouTube. Today is November 7th, and we are recapping Sunday, November 6th. I'm James.
I'm Greg.
And we're from the Gate of Life worship team, and this is your Gate of Life recap.
Once for all, you died so I could live again. Once for all.
So today we celebrated All Saints Sunday, and it's that time where we can remember not only those that have passed and have gone over and reunited with God and Jesus, but also reminding us that when we die, we are reborn as saints and as children of God,
Angels.
as angels. And we'll actually read that a little bit later. So today we celebrated 2 birthdays today, and the first one was Tony,
And the second one was Mark.
and both of them are part of the Gate of Life worship team. So happy birthday!
Excuse me. Party foul.
Hey, you're another year older.
Today's reading was from Job, chapter 19. He was talking about how things are to be written down with lead on a stone.
Lead on a stone.
That when they are engraved in the rock, that they will last forever. The 10 Commandments, basically, is what they're talking about. Also knowing that our Redeemer lives. You know, Jesus died on the cross, and 3 days later he rose again. So therefore, you know, that falls in with line with our Redeemer lives. And on the last day, we know that he will stand upon the earth.
Where there's just this universal understanding that that's how it is. I mean, if we're going back to like Harry Potter and wizards and stuff, it is a universal understanding that Harry Potter has a scar on his forehead. And that when you look for that, you'll know who Harry Potter is.
Yes.
And it's kind of like with Jesus, we have this universal understanding that he will return to us again, and that he is our salvation. And that is incredibly comforting. It is better than Harry Potter. It's God. It's written. And
On
it is
stone.
on stone. So the gospel today is from Luke, and we had 11 verses today talking about what happens to us when we die and we rise again. And it was brought to Jesus this actually kind of very interesting, profound question. If a woman ends up in her lifetime being married to several men, and in this case a family, because they'd pass away, the brothers would pass away, when she rises again, whose wife is she? Because she can't be all 7 of them, right? So, and Jesus reminds us that when we are reborn, we are changed. We are different. We're saints. We're angels. We're children of God. And in that form, in that life, marriage is unnecessary because we are in heaven. We are in the best place that we can be. Our marriage and our relationships and everything is pure and whole, and through Jesus Christ, and we rise as saints. And that's really, really cool.
And today's children's word from Pastor Norm was behold. You know, he threw out the question, what does behold mean? You know, does it mean like behold the President of the United States? Or does it mean behold, you know, therefore I am unto you, you know, he says. So, you know, it couldn't be something, you know, stupendous, outrageous, a welcoming thing.
Yeah.
He also talked about when he was a kid their age that he would go to his church in Austin and he's seen a statue of Jesus with his arms spread wide.
Yeah.
You know, welcoming in the children or everybody, you know. So, behold, the Son of God. Today's sermon from Pastor Norm was called The God of the Living. He started out with talk about 2 old guys meeting at a coffee shop, you know, how you doing, how you feeling, you know, talking football, health, families, weather. And then he asked his friend Joe and Harry asked Joe, how much time do you think you have left? You know, wondering how much time he's going to be left on earth with him to be able to go have coffee or all that kind of thing. And sitting in the next booth over was a 105-year-old woman listening to this conversation. And she politely spoke up and said, "You're going to be up there, you're going to be dressed robes of white. And the two things that you're going to have with you that you won't have to worry about anything, there's going to be the shield of faith and the cross of Christ." Mm-hmm. So, it goes to say that she understood what's going to happen in the long run when we all go to heaven, what's going to be there waiting for us. In heaven, there's going to be no death. There's going to be no mourning. There'll be no sickness, no crying, all that. It'll be a beautiful experience for everybody. We're going to be one in the body, as the saying goes. Then he also went on to talk about using our God-given freedoms, such as elections coming up this Tuesday. And he mentioned that take your faith with you into the voting booth. Let it kind of drive your selection of who you want to be to represent you and what they will stand up for. So the first verse next week will be Malachi, chapter 4, verses 1 through 2.
Yep. And then the second verse will be Psalm chapter 98. The gospel will be Luke chapter 21, 5 through 19. Now, we hope to see you next week. Go be disciples of Christ, and always remember, be salty, my friends. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Gate of Life Bethel Lutheran, and we post videos like this every single Monday for the service prior. Also, look us up on Facebook at Gate of Life, and you can keep up with any verses or YouTube videos like this through there too. Alright, we'll see you next week.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. I hear you singing over me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. And it's beautiful.
That's pretty neat, burrito.
It is.
Isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, yes it is. Thank you, Green.
You're welcome.
Quidditch. Oh.
Flying on a broom.
You know how cool that would be to be Quidditch? That's like rugby on a broomstick. Pretty neat burrito as well.
Yes. Quesadilla and taco.
Oh, potato lays. Oh my gosh, potato lays.
I know where you're going.
Yeah. Yay. What were you doing over there?